Lady Hampton for approval of regular city council meeting minutes for February 5th, 2020. Question?
I want you to fill in the
Roll
blanks.
call.
Let that be.
Alderman Jones?
Yes.
Alderwoman McDowell? Yes. Alderwoman Hampton?
Yes.
Alderman Barron?
Yes.
Authorization of claims and accounts, the bill list.
Yes, Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the authorization of claims and accounts. And it reads as follows: corporate, $260,430.61. Water and sewer, $25,119.62. Solid waste, $95,858.57. Motor fuel, $17,038.84. The David Webb Junior Senior Living Complex, $6,224.88. The Roller Ring, $3,214.36. Zero Tolerance, $2,500, for a total of $410,386.88. Manual checks for a total of $7,000. It gives a grand total of $417,386.66.
I think that's 88 that I have here.
I'm sorry, I have $410,386.88. Is that what you have?
Yep.
Oh, and my grand total.
Grand total.
I'm sorry, I repeated that twice. My
Yeah,
apologies.
that's okay.
It's $417,386.88.
There we go.
My apologies.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Lady Hampton, second by Alderman Barron for authorization of claims and accounts, the bill list for approval. Question? Roll call?
Alderman Barron?
Yes.
Alderwoman McDowell? Yes. Alderwoman Hampton?
Yes.
Alderman Jones?
Yes.
This evening, under special presentations, we have, I know of one listed item that I'm going to mention here and ask for an opening, but I'd just like to touch bases and talk about it for a moment, and then we'll have a couple of other items that I'll look for a motion to open the floor. Every once in a while, you'll run across a lot of good and different things that can come to your community and can happen for your community, I believe, that where you're able to get some type of a special service or privilege or something that may come your way. And why I'm saying that is that we have an individual that's lived in Markham for many, many years, her and her family. She wound up being my neighbor, and then she got married and she moved off, but she still came back home. Her family still lives here. And she thought in her education process that it would be interesting to do a study on the city of Markham. So she did a paper, and she'll be able to talk to us about that, her dissertation, and it was titled Fostering Unity for the Community, a Transitional Approach to Community Engagement with Sustainability for the City of Markham, Illinois. And the person who did this was Ms. Patricia Ann Kosova. I knew her as Patricia Smith. And she did this for her Master's of Art in the Community Development and Action at Roosevelt University. So I asked her, would she come this evening to share with us what she did. We had our lobbyists in our Economic Development Department to work with her. She sat with us on some economic development projects that we talked about here in the community. And whenever you can get somebody to come and do something this much like this for free, you should do it. You know, and that's when they have interns and different things like that. And people go to do their paper. I know that there's been other people who have done papers and studies. And these things, you know, they're out there online for all to read and to really see what someone's viewpoint is of what we can do better. And everybody in here has something that they can say about the city of Markham. And I think that, not just because I'm sitting here, I think we're special. I live on Plainview, and I think we're special over there. I used to live on Wood Street. I think we're special. And I don't think that we're on an island, but I think that we need to embrace more and more of these type of things and the way that we look and feel about our community. And that's what I'm trying to do from where I sit, to push it out there to all of you all about let's do these kind of things and engage what we look at and what we think about, make a Markham a better place than it used to be or was, and how we knew it. But, you know, we obviously can't unring the bell and wind the clock back. We can certainly go forward for all the things we knew yesterday, to do it tomorrow. And so I'd like to ask that we let Ms. Kosovo come forward and speak to us for a few minutes, and then we'll take our other two items after her, which would be, we have an acknowledgement of one of our retired firefighters, and then we also have a Black History skit that we'll be talking about here for the month of Black History to further celebrate that here at our last council meeting of the month. So with that, council, I just ask for a motion to open the floor.
Mayor, I make a motion that we open the floor to the special presentation for Patty Kosovo.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good evening, Patty. Welcome. Please, you can take the mic and just don't sing. You can talk all you want.
Thank you, Mayor Powell. Like Mayor Powell said, my name is Patty Kosovad. I recently earned my master's degree in community development from Roosevelt University. Can everybody hear me okay? No.
Is that on? No. Is the mic on? No. You just probably have to speak up, Patty. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Is that better? Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Better?
A little better?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Go
thank
for
you.
it.
And so my name is Patty Kosovad. I earned a master's degree in community development from Roosevelt. I was raised in Markham, and I'm here to present just a couple highlights from my research paper. I'll try to focus on some of the important things. So one of the things that I talked about with our economic development department is the idea of adopting sustainability practices. This was something that was outlined in the 2014 comprehensive plan. And in order to gain support for sustainability, effective community engagement is crucial. And this was one of the areas that I focused on in my graduate studies. And in my paper, I drew upon the research that I encountered throughout my studies, and I offer an innovative approach to community engagement for the city of Markham, both generally and also specifically on the topic of sustainability. So the community engagement strategies proposed in my paper strive to foster empowerment and cohesion in order to facilitate a community culture in which all community stakeholders provide input and work together for community change. So this approach differs a little bit from the way that community engagement is conventionally practiced in the field of community development. And this approach situates community engagement as part of the larger movement to achieve greater outcomes of equity and justice for all. Going beyond merely informational, the community engagement approach that I propose seeks to be transformational by providing opportunities for individuals to deepen understanding and improve relationships among members of the community. Transformational community engagement proposes that communities can be improved through meaningful and intentional collaboration between all stakeholders, residents, city staff, and elected officials alike. This can be built through a variety of mediums and participation opportunities. Some of these can be very simple, such as increasing opportunities for residents, elected officials, staff, and experts to be in conversation with each other, or more specific or intricate options such as participatory budgeting, in which residents work together to allocate a predetermined portion of the city budget to improvement projects of their choice. And I think things like meetings where community members are present and making their voices known and their concerns heard is important. That's a part of it. Providing meaningful opportunities in which community stakeholders can share ideas and concerns, improves community through the innovation and increased collective problem-solving capabilities that result from collaboration among a diversity of perspectives. As community stakeholders continuously work together, they increase their problem-solving abilities in a self-propelling fashion that generates creative solutions to community needs. Collaboration begins with participation, and participation begins with conversation. Conversation is arguably the most powerful tool that communities have for building community change. The City of Markham is already at work connecting citizens through conversation. My paper proposes that in order to increase the impact of future community improvement work, including community support for sustainability initiatives, the city might consider deepening community engagement efforts through partnerships with organizations that help municipalities increase their intentionality around community engagement. Resources for some of these organizations are listed in the paper and supplemental report. In conclusion, Markham has a great opportunity to design community engagement that is visionary, that invites collaboration among all community stakeholders to create a shared vision for what could be and generate an action plan to help guide community efforts. As evidenced by current and past community engagement efforts, Markham's greatest resource is its people.
Yes, thank you. Patty, we thank you very much for putting that together. I'll just say a couple of closing things about what that, as she went on, I was saying, well, let me see if I can say in a few words all of what she said. And, really, you have to have a lot of this, and we have a comprehensive plan for the city that's about this space. And in order to get people to look at your community and to economically want to come, and they look at those plans online to see what your community is doing, what it's thinking about doing, what's the plan for the future. And so we need all of what she said, but to be a sustainable community. And so one of the biggest things that she said just right at the end, and she said it throughout, is how Markham as a whole we meet. These meetings typically are like this, and we don't have problems every 2 weeks, but we always have people. Well, that's because people are engaged. It's not like we don't have complaints and we don't have issues, but typically we're coming together, at the very least you're informed about the problems you do have. And so that's half the battle, that we have discussion, that we engage, and that we have a community that talks to each other. Good, bad, and indifferent. So that's really what's going on. So thank you for that. We'll be using a lot of this, cut and pasted in our next comprehensive plan. We thank you for your hard work. And that's really what these things are about. We can post this online if we have your permission, right? Is that okay? So anybody that may want to take a look at it, we'll try to make it available to where you can get to it to read it. And just those short words you said, but there's a whole lot in here. So thank you very much, Patty, for all your hard work for the city of Markham. Thank you. Okay. Tonight, we wanted to take some time, again, this is kind of fitting, we're in Black History Month, and I'll add to that in this particular presentation. I'm going to step forward is what I'm going to do. And we're every once in a while you'll have these times that it take a lot of time to get to where something great happens. And why I'm saying it that way is because it took some 27 years for this day to happen for this individual in our city, and that is Miss Cherie Barnes. She just recently retired. We did some things at the fire department as we should. There's some traditional things that happen at fire departments at the fire station where you show honor for the firefighter that's retired. They have these symbolic things where they walk out and all that, and all the firefighters are there, and they come from other departments, and and that kind of thing. And they show respect and honor because those organizations, as the police department, they have their traditions of how they carry out different things. But I thought when you have someone that's been here as long as Ms. Barnes, that it would only be fitting that we try and let her know our appreciation from city government. And I think that we'd always want to, we certainly, as long as I'm here, if I hear about somebody retiring and I know about it, we'll try to acknowledge the people in our community. That just kind of goes with what Ms. Kosebud is right about us as a community, what we do to acknowledge. And certainly someone who provides service as you have for us. So I'm going to present a couple of plaques to you, and I'd ask that you will come up with you and your family. They can stand with you, and I'm just going to, I'll read some things that whoever's with you. If you bring, did you just bring Kenny? I know your husband. Yes. Yes. Okay, and anybody else that came, but if not, just come up. And if the firemen would come up too, that would be nice if you all could come up. First, I'd like to I think it's probably more fitting if I read from the city standpoint. I think I just did a couple of excerpts to you. I think I gave you a copy. I think we corrected the name, but I think we spelled it wrong. So I think we got it right this time. See, they got this brotherly love going on here. You know? It's good to know they say who has your back when you're going in a burning building and that. And it's literal, like they really all have that camaraderie because they have to trust each other, because when they're going in, they can't always see, like whoever's at the Cherie served as an engineer, and so she would have to work on making sure that they got water in the house. So they really have to trust her, because if they got no water in the house, it could be an issue. And so she did a good job doing it well. So here's a resolution that we are going to give you tonight in honor of the retirement of Cherie Barnes. Whereas it be resolved that Mayor Roderick Powell and the City Council, staff in the City of Markham, Illinois, wish to honor Cherie Barnes on this occasion of her retirement from the Markham Fire Department. Whereas Cherie Barnes began her esteemed career in the City of Markham as a firefighter October 22nd, 1993, after completing outstanding service with the City of Markham, retired as a fire officer, and Cherie Barnes admirably served the citizens of Markham with her full commitment to her responsibilities as a firefighter, was promoted to lieutenant on November 15, 2007, and to Fire Officer 2 in 2010. And whereas Cherie Barnes provided excellent leadership and service and worked in partnership with her fellow firefighters and the officials of the City of Markham, and whereas her full commitment and services and dedication to the best interests of all people of the City of Markham, and has made a number of significant contributions to the City of Markham Fire Department. And whereas Cherie Barnes has earned the admiration and respect of her colleagues, Mayor Roderick Powell, a fellow firefighter, and the City of Markham City Council, and the Markham community for her dedication, enthusiasm, professionalism, and hard work as a firefighter. She is indispensable, was an indispensable foot soldier who was essential to the safety and security of the City of Markham. Now therefore be resolved that Mayor Roderick Powell, the Markham City Council, and the residents take great pleasure in recognizing the significant professional achievements of Cherie Barnes. And whereas we herewith express our sincere gratitude for your invaluable contributions that she has made to the Markham Fire Department of the City of Markham, and hereby recognize the service that Cherie Barnes was an asset to the citizens of Markham, Illinois. Expressed our heartfelt appreciation for her 27 years of service, and wish her a healthy, enjoyable retirement. And whereas be it resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to Cherie Barnes as a dedicated and faithful City of Markham firefighter, and in sincere appreciation I, Roger A. Power, Mayor, City of Markham, Illinois, along with the Markham City Council staff and City of Markham, do hereby deem an honor and a pleasure to extend the resolution to Cherie Barnes on the celebration of her retirement with the best wishes and many happy, more productive years. Done, we have it dated on the 30th day of January 2020, graciously submitted, Roger A. Powell, City of Markham. Cherie, this we'd like to give to you. Chief, would you step up as well? We want one other plaque we want to give to you as well. I'll read this, it's not as long as that one. Hey, we meant it all though, I'll tell you that much. But my goodness, we really did, because Miss Vicki helps us write, and we write so many resolutions, and she really asked me about that, about when it came to you, and we're going to, as we have audience and witness here, to show that we mean it that much more, we have one other thing after this to share with the public. Honoring your service, retired Lieutenant Cherie Barnes, in appreciation and recognition of 27 years of loyal, dedicated service and sacrifice to the people of the City of Markham, Illinois. Your tireless work ethic and professionalism have been an asset to the City of Markham and the Markham Fire Department. May you find joy and peace and follow God's plans for all of your future endeavors. Mayor Roger A. Powell of the City of Markham, Markham City Council, February 2020. So as well, we'd like you to be in the trenches and have to deal with all these guys. And I'll tell you, you really did a lot, and you know, you really were an example to so much. I think at one point I served as your deputy chief as well, and I say that proudly, that we served together in that time, and I know all of what you have done and what you went through to be there. And that's what people don't realize, all of what you have done. And I said something, I hope you all caught it, that if I can get somebody over there by that other easel that's covered, I said that Cherie was the first African-American female firefighter for the city. So we also have this for you. You can't have it till Black History Month is over. But in one piece, right? But if you can. So we'll give you a smaller version for home. We're going to leave it on display here at City Hall, but we have another one that's being made for you to be able to take home. And so we're going to proudly display that for the rest of the agency. So as long as the building is standing and still they say we can't display it no more, we thank you for all your service, and we really hold you dear in our hearts. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank the City of Markham for giving me the opportunity to have served the citizens of Markham for 27 years. It's an honor for me to have served the citizens, because it's a community that I'm also from.
That's right.
So, thank
She's
you.
from country air. All the Jones is born there. That's really, that's kind of like a plus when you're able to, you know, work where you live. And so it means that much more. So that's probably what made it that much better, because she's homegrown. So that's a good thing. So thank you again. I want to come down and take a picture. We'd like to, one other thing, I won't say what you might want to, we just had a gift card we wanted to give you. This was a nice little gift card we wanted to give you. And yes, and we just hope that you enjoy it when you're off. And yeah. So we wanted to make it a nice little gift for you, just to show it, just a token further with the other things that we presented you.
That has crossed over throughout our life through Black history. I hope everyone has enjoyed all the demonstration around the City Hall of your Black history, and I hope that you all will take time and read about our heritage of where we come from through our Black history. Tonight we have a skit presentation from School District 152.5. I'm going to ask Superintendent Spells to come forward, and Mrs. Carol Davis, and she will take it over there and introduce our kids and the drama from District 152.5. And you all, let's give these kids a wonderful hand. They have been practicing
It's a pleasure to be here. Dr. Spells is our superintendent and principal of Barack Obama Learning Academy. Ms. Austin is our outstanding 5th grade teacher, who also is head of our drama club. I just want to say how proud I am to be a part of Markham. I started my career at 144 years ago, and it's just really wonderful to see the turnout and see all the wonderful things that are happening in Markham. We have our students who are going to come forward and perform a skit. As they're coming up, I'm going to ask Dr. Spells to have some words while the students get set up.
Again, we're just so proud of these students. We try to provide as many opportunities for our students to be successful and give them different opportunities in different fields. So we're looking forward to their performance tonight.
I'm going to hand the mic over to Ms. Austin. You can introduce the students. Students, we love you. We know you've been working really hard. We want to enjoy this. This will be very brief, though, so just know.
All right, we have Mariah, Riasia, Roberto, and Alonzo. And thank you, parents, for bringing them out tonight.
Do you know me? My Father chose me as a vessel for the whole world to come through. In the darkness of my room, stream children whose color derive that of a rainbow. My beauty has made men travel the universe to try to capture a star, just to see me smile. I am so strong that can't nothing, slavery and chains of steel plus iron, could not hold me back. I am strong. I am the definition of strength. Do you know me?
Do you know me? My love covers generations and centuries. My love holds families together. My love is so strong and so deep that my children, great-great-great-grandchildren will remember my name and have the strength to press on. Do you know me? I am love. There is no love like mine. So I ask you, do you know me? I am the mother of civilization. I am a black woman.
Do you know who I am? I am a seed planted to fulfill a need. I have a purpose, guiding your thoughts way beyond the surface. I am death, rehabilitating minds and extinguishing fires of frustration. Do you know who I am? I am a gift, a reflection of power. I am a light, a projection of strength. I am a king, a ruler of what is justice. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? They take my kindness for weakness. They take my silence for speechless. They say my uniqueness is strange, and they call my language slang. Do you know who I am? I am the black man.
You.
Intelligence.
I am unique.
I am strong. We are
the
black
black
race.
Great. One of the young men was here with us last week, with us already. But for the other ones that came tonight, we just like them to come right back up. Roberto Brown-Jones, we want to make sure that we acknowledge you. So please come back up. This is from the city council for you coming out. We appreciate you coming out. Stay right here. We want to take a picture with you. And then we want Trey John to come as well. He's not here? Okay. Yes.
I'll make sure.
Okay. Hold on. Just if you hold up there, you can hang on to it. We don't want you to run up. We want the other ones to come back as well. So everybody come back up. Kimberly Diaz, come back. She's not here. Okay.
So we'll make sure, all of those that perform tonight, I will make sure tomorrow, we will I will drop off all of your certificates to the school, okay?
Let's take a quick picture with them as well, support them for Black History real quick.